Well, here I am at the airport, ready to go to Thunderbay. Got my meds, and I'm on my way.
Okay, so my name is Eryn Snider, and I met Naomi, Fong at in Nunavut when we were in the military doing sovereignty patrolling with the Aboriginals who live up there. And that was good times. I was in Op Nanook 08. So she decided to come do this hike with me, and I did some meal planning and she did some meal planning. We both decided to dehydrate some food because once you get past 3 days, the food perishes. So that's why we did some dehydrating. So I'm going to show you some of the food that we packed. So we've got some bagels, and if you go to the block bar, we got some dehydrated peanut butter powder, and we have some cooked bacon, and some homemade oatmeal with spices and threw in nuts and seeds, some powdered milk for cereal, and
Oh, that's the pumpkin bark. So we rehydrate that and have a nice little pumpkin breakfast and with some cinnamon. So that was fun to make.
yeah. And then we got some lunch here, some bagels, some bacon, and we're gonna add cheese to this. There's bacon, tang for electrolytes, and then there's some pepperoni that'll go into this. We measured out like the powder that we need. And
This meal here is the chili taco, the chicken taco. And that one I'm looking forward to because that was one of my first meals that I've dehydrated. So we'll see how that goes.
And then I prepped some dinner. So quick in the bag, you just grab the bag out that you need, and you have everything in there for dinner that you need. So you have your your snack or like dessert, and then there's some dehydrated chili and some hot chocolate, and I dehydrated some spaghetti, and I took some egg noodles and put it in because egg noodles have the extra protein in it. And then we've got some, oh, by the way, normally I make all my meals from scratch and then dehydrate it because it doesn't have any preserves in it, and then you know you've got like the right amount of caloric intake, you got the right amount of nutrition, and it's just better and healthier. But I was kind of strapped for time, so I had to quickly put some sidekicks together, and I'm going to compare my energy level from all the other previous hikes I used to do to like how this is going to pan out. But we also dehydrated some chicken, ground chicken, and some teriyaki chicken with some teriyaki sidekicks, and I even cut out the instructions and put it in there. What else is in there? That's hamburger helper.
Oh yes, so this is the other meal that I dehydrated of ground beef, pasta sauce, and spinach with lots of garlic. So that one's going to be interesting and good. Extra spices, garlic and curry, naturally. And our backup meal that has extra dehydrated sweet potatoes and zucchinis. And then the fun stuff, the snacks. Oh, the snacks. So some crispers, bars, nut mixes. Gotta have your smoked oysters with applicable rice cakes. Turkey jerky, you know, for those of us that eat a little less red meat, which is me because I was difficult on this trip and required less red meat because my stomach and my dietary needs. So we're just trying a few new things with the ground chicken, the turkey jerky, smoked oyster, and oh yeah, the experimental pureed strawberry fruit leather. So we'll see how that one goes. Oh, and I also brought some extra electrolyte tabs, Nun tabs, some hydrate, and some vitamin C water, Neutralite. There's the spread. It's coming out with us. Here we are in Thunderbay at the Terry Fox Monument. If you come this way, you can see from the edge the view of the sleeping giant. Join us for our adventure to the sleeping giant. Here we are in Thunderbay, getting ready to go to the hike location. As you can see, a little bit of rain. A little bit of, oh, and lightning! Even better. Even better. Oh, you're rescuing us. Thank you. This is the best.
Or I'm bringing you to your doom, either one.
Oh, could be either way at this point.
I did just watch The Jungle yesterday.
Oh God, I'm not watching anything before I go on this trip.
It worked out so well for them.
Oh, great. Naomi and Eryn, headed out. Here we go.
See you later.
Dun, 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 dun.
much fun. That was our first fill up of water from Lake Superior. Oh yeah. Here we go.
Yay! You got this.
Yeah. Taking a pass.
Oh yeah.
It's like one of those books. Like a story. Oh, there is a rope.
Oh!
Of course there is. That's a shit rope. Hey!
Hey, the loons were cheering you on.
Yay!
Just so happy to be at the campsite right now.
It was a good, what, 6 hours? 8 kilometers?
I think it was 6 hours. 6.5. Or 6 hours and 15 minutes. I don't know why I threw that full.
Today's been a long day. It's been a great day. A lot of hard hiking. A lot of challenges out there. But a lot of accomplishment too. Looking back on the day, I just feel so blessed to have the family I have, my friends that I do have, to be Canadian and to live in this country. Blessed to be here in the Sleeping Giant, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, day 2 here. Well, it's good to have some sleep. Someone's poles fell down in the night and scared the living crap out of us, but we made it, so no bears, no problems. And I'm looking forward to what day 2 brings. We'll check in later. Day 2, view of the Sleeping Giant. So I think I'm about midway through day 2's hike. Not really sure, but I'm actually pretty tired, and it's actually a lot more challenging than I was anticipating for day 2, but we're pushing one foot in front of the other and we're gonna get there, so hopefully we'll see you at the campsite. We made it and we've got a fire. I don't even know what today is. Turns out we were right around the bend from the campsite and we are not alone. Hello from the other side.
What are you doing right now?
We are reminiscing about Opnanook 2008. And what we've come to realize is that we have shared the heart of a rabbit together. We ate that.
Yeah.
It was kind of beautiful. It was a special moment. We was prepared by special people, so.
It was.
Effervescent. Lemon and lime, electrolytes, 10 calories, vegan, gluten-free, refreshing taste. Made in the USA. Why doesn't it tell me much more than that? How am I going to sell this? Oh, peel back for directions, so. None. None other than the nun.
Sold.
Welcome to Tea Time with Naomi. Here's the tea, and we're having a time. It's actually a time for reflection, on day 2. Day 2 brought us actually a few more challenges than anticipated. I realized that my face was used for snowplow for spider webs, and that was rather uncomfortable. But it's just part of what goes on out here. It's just part of nature. Well, reading that map, you know, I know how to read a map, and that map is kind of on the, like, it's useful, but it's kind of useless as well because it has nothing for points of reference. There was a campsite that we were supposed to pass that never even existed. There were things that weren't on the map that we passed, like abandoned cabins and a fire pit and, you know, things like that nature. So it's just interesting how this map doesn't really reflect what's going on. I don't know, we just had some challenges with that. As for the walking, the hiking, the lugging, it was all, the terrain was, it was like a, you know, it's like a footpath. It's pretty narrow, and I don't know, today was just challenging for me, both physically and mentally. Just the physically demandingness of the trail was actually required a lot of mental fortitude, and I had to sort of step my game up mentally to make it through. But we made it here to the campsite at a good time, and we're actually taking the evening to enjoy a nice fire, a cup of tea, everything that backcountry has to offer. Until next time, out. So I'm going to talk a little bit about foot care and foot maintenance. One thing I find really important when I'm out in the field and in the woods is foot powder, keeping the feet nice and dry. So it's always good to apply, you know, just a little bit of foot powder nightly, daily, as often as required. It's just really refreshing and makes the feet feel good. Another step that I like to do, these are toe spacers, spreaders. They allow the foot to splay to more natural position and more functional movement, so they just go on and allow your toes to splay as such. They can be difficult at first and hard to get used to if you are in footwear all the time that is confining your foot and squeezing the toes together. So, well, I can already feel the difference just putting those on right now on my feet. Like, it's a little tense, but eventually they're going to relax. I also brought this tool so I can do a little bit more work on some of the muscles in the feet, just making sure the foot is going to be able to operate effectively for me tomorrow. So, work on some of the fascia, get out some of the grit, pretty gritty in there. And those are my few tricks for foot care. Good morning, day 3. Had a great sleep last night. We actually had we hosted last night at our campfire. That was really nice. We had hot chocolate and food and shared hiking stories, and it was a really great time. Today's supposed to be some more treacherous terrain, so we'll see what actually happens, and I'm looking forward to it. Having so much fun. Love the challenge. Oh boy. Feel that burn? Wave.
Hey.
Day 3. We just completed the hike up to the head of the sleeping giant. And I feel amazing. This whole experience has been really, really powerful for me. Something I noticed on the way up is that I feel a lot stronger and a lot more fit than I actually realized. And just being able to show myself that is really empowering. It just feels good to be able to connect with one of my friends from my past, reflect on some of the old times, and think about what we're going to do in our futures. But it's also been a great experience to be in the moment. And I'm just so grateful right now.
So this is me, Eryn Snider, from the head of the sleeping giant. I was hiking the Cabian Trail, so this is day 3 in the morning. And yeah, this top. And I just decided to do a little personal reflection. So I did this hike with Naomi Fong, who I met when I was in Nunavut with the military. We were doing sovereignty patrolling with the Aboriginal Rangers up there, who taught us how to live off the land and hike on the land. And they caught a rabbit, and me and her shared the heart of the rabbit, and it was the best heart I've ever had, and meat. And it was a really special experience to do that with her. And now, that was in Op Nanook '08. Now it is 2019, and I haven't seen her since, but we've been in touch a bit on Facebook, and she decided to do this hike with me like a week before I left. So she took a plane to Thunderbay, I picked her up, and we did this hike, and I'm so glad that we did this hike together. She's been a really supportive friend. She's been really nice, very respectful, and we've been able to operate like as a really good team out here. And we're at the head together of the sleeping giant, and just the history alone of this place and the First Nation cultural belief of this place makes me really proud to be in Canada. And that's why I like hiking so much. One, it's like such an accomplishment just to get up here, just to see this view. I'll show you again. Like, I just really feel like I earned that view by hiking all the way up here. It wasn't easy. It was like, it's hot. You get out of breath. You have to adapt to the elevation. But it was well worth it, the whole trip. And I still have, I think, to finish this hike, something like 30 kilometers left. And it's gonna take about 3 more days, we reckon. And yeah, Just discovering Canada and knowing that this place exists and it's here and I can reach out, touch it, and be on top. I really enjoy this place and it makes me proud to be in this country and a part of it. And that's the whole reason why I joined the military was to protect this land. So
Hiking partner Eryn, coming up to the midway point, we're hoping of this hill. Okay, here we are, hopefully the top third of the climb. Gotta do the cooking by the book. Hungry. Day 3, evening 3 actually. It's been a great day. The terrain today was a lot easier than we actually initially anticipated. Someone had mentioned that it might be a little treacherous, but it was actually really majestic in here. And once we got settled to our site, we ate a great meal together. We actually just finished a cleansing, saging ceremony. We smudged, and I just feel like really good and connected. Good morning, day 4. Good sleep last night, and I'm looking forward to see what today has in store.
This is a good friend of mine, my hiking partner Naomi, and we're hiking the Sleeping Giant. To the bird observatory. This is a really cool
Okay,
place
so
in the
hi,
park.
what's your name?
Taylor.
Hi Taylor, I'm Naomi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Can you tell us a bit about this place?
Sure. So this is Thunder Cape Bird Observatory, Lake Superior, the Sibley Peninsula. So we do bird banding in the spring and in the fall. Right now we're operating from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. And we're closing the nets at 1:30 right now. Over there, Eryn and Emily are furling the nets, so we're closing up for the day. We do have a bird in the lab. That platform over there we run for 6 hours, and we do observations. So we watch across the water, up and around the cabins. We're looking for mostly passerine migrants. We also look out for waterfowl, and we have visual migration, which typically occurs in the fall towards Pie Island, which is that island over there. And actually, across the water you can see Isle Royale, which is part of America and Michigan. So we watch out for migrants that way. We observe and record everything we see. We try to make sure that we record everything. So, and then at the end of the day, we talk about what we've seen, if we've seen any duplicates or anything like that. And then we kind of make estimated totals as to how many hawks we've seen, how many passerines, warblers, and as well we have all our mist
Oh, you have
nets.
warblers out here.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Lots of warblers.
So yeah, it depends on the migration. Some birds come early, some birds come later. So we're just watching out for birds, and we're banding them, and then we're sending them on their way. Recording basic biometrics, so wingspan, fat, age and sex, and then we send them on their way. And sometimes we have recaps, which we kind of record. So some of them at this time of year they're growing, so we have young birds. And if we keep recapping them, we're watching their wingspan grow, we're watching them accumulate fat, which can vary depending on their activity and what they're doing. So, yeah. And we're just finishing up for the day. So.
Thank you. That was really informative. Thank you.
Yeah, that was really good. Here, can I take a photo with your camera?
You're no longer on the...
Welcome. Have you ever wanted a pair of outdoor chopsticks so you could manhandle your fire, such as this, to this, to this? Get your pair for just $9.99. Day 4, we made it to the bird observatory, and wow, what an amazing day we've had. The trail was nice, the view has been great, and we got more time to actually relax today, and we got into some more conversation and a little deeper stuff, so that was really nice. I've been spending some time by the water today, and it's been really soothing, just listening to the sound of the waves. brings. And I'm grateful for today. See you tomorrow. Good morning. Day 5. Last night we went to the tower, the observation tower, watched the sunset. I had an opportunity to do some alternate nostril breathing, which has been the first time in a long time, and it felt really good, really grounding, really relaxing. This whole journey and experience out here has really taught me about just being in the moment, just being with myself. And I can really feel the healing power of the nature and the environment that I'm in. I'm looking forward to today. We're going to the bird observatory to learn a few more things. And then we'll be off again. Until next time. In addition to what happened last night, we also had Mr. Breathies, which I think was a deer. I don't know, we woke up to heavy breathing outside of our tent and like snuffing, so that was interesting. Kept things exciting from 4:30 on. Welcome to the observation tower. This is where we kept our bear food last night. Come on in. Okay, last set of stairs. And this is the top.
Is that a normal weight?
That's not the weight for now. We have to put back the primrose box to have the weight.
Zero it out. Yeah.
At the tip of the feathers.
Were you other places too?
I'm just gonna wait till after this video.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
So that's the weight.
They're so pretty.
That's a sharp chin hawk. Eats these little birds.
that we're catching as well.
Oh yeah.
Sassy.
What you have to watch out for is the feet, because the talons pierce.
Wow, look at those talons.
So I think it's going to be, just have to measure the leg on this one. With, I guess we could put a 3A. And number 38.
Yes.
So this is a defensive pose. This is called mantling. A lot of raptors do that, and sometimes when they're on their prey, they do the same thing. They actually cover their prey. But this is a defensive pose here because she's caught.
That was in Rowan.
Yep.
Female.
It is a female.
How can you tell?
It's fairly big.
All the reptiles female are bigger than males.
Owls, hawks, falcons.
Let's see the back. Wow. She's gorgeous. Yeah. What's that?
Just feeling to see if there's any food in here. They either store some food, flesh, or even some bones and feathers sometimes if they're catching. If it's empty, crop is empty. It's a young bird. The young ones have yellow eyes and streaking that's vertical. And then a second year would be a little bit more orange, the eye. And then after second year would be red. And the barring would be more horizontal.
Oh yeah.
So 2 by EY
Yeah, that's fine.
and 5 by WY. More interesting bird.
Just their face.
202.
That's the biggest one here,
Biggest one this year?
this season. Yeah.
This season? Nice.
So we take them outside and release them by throwing them up in the air. Just like airplanes, you know, they need a little bit of loft to get some air underneath them.
Can
So
I?
we do the same thing.
Can I just like touch it out? This, thanks. So pretty. Thank you.
Do you want to do it, Sebastian?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, lucky day for you.
Look at that.
Sorry, I'm trying to get out of the way, but also film.
I can.
This is a bit of a breeze, not much stuff.
That's cool.
No.
We get to see how
Come
they
around,
transit
yeah.
too.
I'm gonna count to 3, and at 3 I'll do it with.
And you have to go up really fast
Okay.
to follow it.
1, 2,
Wow. Made it! This is where we came from.
I can't see the post anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna come out the other side? Okay.
Day 5. Today's hike was a little more strenuous. We had a lot of big rocks and boulders. It was really fun to navigate, but I think it took a toll on us today because we're both really exhausted now, and we've been really focusing on hydration throughout this whole trip. I haven't really talked about that much, but hydration has been really important in keeping us going, and we're just hydrating now again and been purifying a lot of water tonight. Yeah, we're just settling into the campground, and it's just kind of, wow, we're here at day 5 and we leave tomorrow. Oh, day 5, and here we are just reminiscing about the trip. We've been blessed with some beautiful weather, haven't we?
Yeah,
We
yeah, we
really
have.
have been, yeah.
Other than the first day.
The first day was a little intense. Oh my goodness. How are you feeling today, Eryn?
I feel kind of tired, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's been
Probably
great.
need to drink more water. We had a lot of electrolytes.
Yeah, I was just talking about hydration, so yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, we're just getting ready to have our celebratory beverage tonight. So we definitely have to be hydrated before that happens.
oh yeah, yeah.
Any highlights of the trip so far?
The bird observatory.
Really, yeah, I know that was great.
That was awesome.
I know that was really special for you, I think.
Us.
Us, yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed. Oh yeah, we had a little bit of a skinny dip. Ooh, oh, Lake Superior.
Oh.
Ooh, oh my.
Oh, it was cold.
It was cold.
It was really cold.
It was beautiful though, so that was really cool. And we met some cool people on the hike.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just been. Have you been in the moment a lot for these past 6 days, 5 days?
I'm always in the moment.
Well, that's a good place to be. That's a good place to be. So yeah, I've been working on that, and it's been feeling great. So I guess we'll check in later.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, day 6. Last night we woke up in the middle of the night and we took some time to look at the stars. They're so beautiful out here. Saw the Milky Way. Later on in the night we had visitors at the tent. That was fun. We hike out today and well, see you later. We're so close, we can almost taste it. We did it! One more stop on this healing adventure. We'll see you there. Lost.